You are what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my templates and kind of show you what I've created, and then we're going to make a project. So my template book is available for purchase on my website. I don't ship the physical copy anymore because of the cost of shipping. It's way too expensive for both you and me. So I've decided to keep my templates available for digital purchase only. Now, what you can do is purchase the templates, download them, print them, and put them in a binder, something like what I've got here. I have all of my template books in one binder, and they're separated by a divider, and each template book has a table of contents which tells you what type of project is within the template book. And I just think it's a great resource for card makers, and also if you're crafty and you want to get crafty in your space but you're not 100% sure what you want to do. Also included in my templates is a little bit of graph paper where you can play around and design your own template. So this little rainbow book binder I picked up at the dollar store along with the dividers. It cost me a total of $3. I printed all my templates and put them all in here with this cover page, and all of my books are here. We've got the Genvelope template reference book. I've got paper engineering, 3D projects, a book about boxes and bags, Chop It Up, as well as a Christmas template book for the 12 days of Christmas. And then in the back I have the graph paper. So for today's project, I'm going to flip through and I'm going to go into the paper engineering section, and I'm going to find the A2 pocket card template. So we're going to create a project using this beautiful paper from Stamperia. It's called Provence. It's a gorgeous lavender collection, and it is one of my favorite flowers in the entire world. So I'm going to pull out a piece of paper and I'm going to start following the measurements on my template and make this project. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, and the first step in my template tells me that I need a piece of paper that measures 6 by 9 inches. So I'm going to cut this in half at 6 inches, and then I'm going to pick what side I want to be for my pocket and cut away 3 inches from there. So I'll end up with a piece that measures 6 by 9. Next, I'm going to put my pattern upright in my scoreboard and score at 4 1/4 inches, and then at 8 1/2 inches. And then I'm going to rotate my cardstock 1 turn to the left so that the bottom part of my pattern is going to be on the right hand side, and I'll score at 5 1/2 inches. So that'll be it for the scoring. We're going to make a few simple cuts and glue a few spots, and then this will be quick and simple to put together. So I'm just kind of trying to show you where the score marks are. It's hard to see on this busy paper. So basically going to use my template to kind of show you what it's going to look like. The areas scored, I'm going to try to crease them so that you can see better. Hopefully this helps, but I think you're going to get the idea just by looking at the template. So you'll see we have this big long piece on the bottom that's scored, and then another piece on the side that's scored. So what I need to do first is cut away the little corner here. So I'm just going to angle cut and then cut away the parts at the bottom. So I'm just going to take my scissors and create a small angle at the top here, and you want to make sure that you don't cross over that score line. You only want to make a little angle up to that score line. Okay, and then down at the bottom there is a little tiny area where the two score marks meet, and we're just going to cut that away. Okay, so it's going to look like that, and then when the bottom folds up, it's just going to meet perfectly in the center. Next, we need to cut away a piece off the bottom. So I'm going to go right up the center score line until it meets that little cross section. And then I'm going to cut away this entire piece on the side that does not have the 1/2 inch score mark, if that makes sense. Just follow along the pattern on the template and you'll see what we're doing. And then I'm going to come back and cut just a little angle cut out of that piece there. And then our piece should look exactly like step 3 in the template. Okay? And then finally, we're going to add adhesive to those 2 little flaps that we have now. And I'm just going to grab some double-sided tape. I struggled with my double-sided tape. I'm not sure why. It kept pulling and giving me a hard time. I tried to fix it and thought I fixed it, and then I didn't really fix it. And anyways, long story, I fought with this refill tape runner. So I got the adhesive on there. I'm going to close everything up, and then we have our little pocket formed. And if there's anything kind of hanging over on the edge, you can grab your scissors and trim away any of that excess, just to make sure everything is nice and perfectly aligned. Okay, now we have a little pocket. The next thing we're going to do is create a little thumb notch. Now I have a circle punch. I'm just going to eyeball the center here and just cut out a little notch out of the top of the pocket card. And there we have it. Our pocket is created. Super simple, not complicated at all. In the top of this template, it's kind of cut off on screen here, but there is a measurement for the card that fits inside of this. Now it should fit a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of cardstock, but sometimes I like to come in and cut just a little bit away so that it slides in and out of the pocket nice and easy. So I'm just going to grab a coordinating piece of colored cardstock. This cardstock that I have pre-cut here is from Simon Says Stamp. It's the Rainbow Wishes collection. Really, really pretty cardstock. So you'll see I have a 1/4 sheet here. It is the exact same size as my pocket card. So I just want to trim just a tiny bit away. So I'm going to pop it in my trimmer, and on one side I'm going to cut away a sliver. I'm not really measuring, just cutting away a little bit. And then I'll turn it and cut on the other side so that my dimensions are kind of even all the way around. So you'll see it's just a little sliver that I cut away, and then it will slide easier into that pocket with no resistance, as long as I can get it in there properly. Okay, so now I have that scrap piece left over that you see that I'm playing with, and I'm going to use that on my little card. And I also have this little tiny piece of scrap as well, and I'm going to use that to create a little pull on my card to be able to pull it in and out of the pocket. Originally, I wanted to set an eyelet in there, but I can't find my eyelets, so we're just going to go with adhesive. So I've got this scrap here. I'm still fighting with my tape runner. I finally got some tape on there. I stuck this down to my card, just sort of off-centered to the left. And any of the excess I've got there, I'm just going to trim that away. And then look at that. That's so cute and so pretty. I really love this. So now I'm going to take that little green scrap and sort of tuck it in behind my pattern paper so that it's not visible, that you won't see it on either side. So I'm going to tuck both ends down in between my pattern paper. And I applied a little bit of liquid glue to adhere everything together there. And then I also used the pocket card to kind of determine where my little finger notch was so that my little pull tab was perfectly centered into my pocket. So here I am applying my glue to make sure that it holds together. I need a new tape runner. The cartridge that holds my tape, the wheels are sort of worn out on it, so I need to replace it. Over time that happens. I've been using this tape runner for about 4 years, so I think it's time to get a new one. It's my favorite tape runner. I swear by it. Not very often do I have issues with it, but today is one of those days. So I've got my card all lined up. Everything is set and glued together and looks beautiful. The next thing I'm going to do is add some sentiments. Now I have this drawer of pre-cut sentiments for whenever I just want to play around and I'm not sure what to do. This helps me create cards because I don't have to think too much. I just have a little basket of all different types of sentiments. I can just dig something out that I think fits nice. And then I found these little strips. This is from Tailored Expressions. These are the simple strips, and I think there are a few different stamps that I used here to create these strips. I'll see if I can find them and link them in the description box down below. So I have a sentiment on here that says, "Sending you a big hug from my craft room to yours. I used my good paper for you." I love that. It's so fun. And now I have a scrap of white cardstock, and this measures 3 by 5 inches. And I'm just applying a little bit of adhesive on here, and I'm going to put it on the back of my pocket card so I have a space to write a personal message. And I'm just going to line that up as best as I can. And I'm going to grab my corner rounder and I'm going to round the corners on all 4 edges of my little insert so that it just slides easier into the pocket and there's no resistance. And there we go. Our cute little pocket card is complete with a sentiment, a place to write a message, and a bonus little pull tab. And we have almost next to 0 waste for this 6 by 12 inch piece of pattern paper. All right, so that's going to be it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this little quick tutorial. If you're interested in any of my template books, I have tons and tons of videos on my YouTube channel. I'll leave a playlist linked on screen with some of the videos I have sharing about my template books. You'll find everything linked in the description box down below. I have a huge discount when you purchase the entire collection. You're getting less than half price for all of the books. So it's a really great deal. It saves on shipping for you and you get to download and print right away and you don't have to wait for any mail. So I hope that you enjoyed today's content. Thanks again for joining me today. Coming up on screen are some playlists that include my template books and some more crafty ideas. Have a lovely day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!